Hello, my dear channel followers. English from A to Z with Mr. Aziz here. You are welcome to a new video. In this video, we are going to see an interesting lecture entitled Types of Phrases. So let's start with the question, what is a phrase? A phrase is a grammatical term that refers to a group of words. So, simply put, a phrase is a group of words. In this group of words, there is no subject and there is no verb. And this phrase is just a single unit. It is one unit. Moreover, it can be short and it can be long. It depends on the number of words that we find in this phrase. Also, it cannot convey a complete thought. So the idea or the meaning of the idea of this phrase is not complete. So what you should retain now is that a phrase is a group of words that is subjectless and verbless. So we find different phrases. The first one is a prepositional phrase, PP. So what's a prepositional phrase? A prepositional phrase is a group of words, because when we speak about a phrase, we speak about a group of words without subject and without verb. So the main characteristic of a prepositional phrase is that it begins with a preposition. So the preposition takes an initial possession in this phrase. And most of the time, we find a preposition that is followed by a noun, or it can be followed by a pronoun. Let's see some examples. In the kitchen. So here, this phrase is a prepositional phrase. It begins with a preposition and it is followed with an article and a noun. The second one, over there. Over is itself a preposition, and it is followed by an adverb, and therefore we cannot call it an adverb. We call it a prepositional phrase. The same for near him. So near is a preposition and it is followed by an object pronoun. Because of one unit, it is a preposition followed by a noun. Number 2, infinitive phrase, which is called IP. An infinitive phrase is a multi-word that begins with an infinitive verb. So don't forget, all the time when we speak about a phrase, we speak about a group of words. And second characteristic, subjectless, I mean no subject, and verbless, I mean no verb. This infinitive phrase, if we want to concentrate and to focus on the verb, the infinitive verb, we are going to find that it may begin with to, or it may be bare infinitive, means without to. Something very important is that this infinitive, it must be followed by some modifiers, some complements, 1 or 2 or 3, depends. Let's see the examples. To work hard is my motto in life. So we have to work, which is infinitive, and it is followed with an adverb. The teacher let her go out. So in this case, we have go out. So go is a verb, but there is no to. This is what we call bare infinitive. Number 3, gerund phrase. It's a phrase that begins with a gerund. And here, I want to remind you of a very important characteristics of gerund phrase, is that a gerund phrase has a nominal function. It is the same like a noun. When we say gerund, means noun, similar. The difference that we have, it's a question of naming, gerund, noun. Here we have 2 examples in front of us. Working hard. So working hard is a gerund phrase. And here we have working, which is gerund. But when we add hard, it becomes a phrase, gerund phrase. She hates studying physics. Studying alone is gerund. But once we add physics, it becomes a phrase, and therefore gerund phrase. Noun phrase, NP. A noun phrase is a group of words that function or that functions like a noun. So, what's the difference between a noun and a noun phrase? A noun, 1 word. Noun phrase, more than 1. This is the difference that we have. So, noun phrase means noun with modifiers. Something that comes before the noun or after the noun. The noun that we have in this phrase is called in grammar the head. The most important element in this phrase, we call it the head. So the head of a noun phrase is a noun. And what I have just explained, it can be pre-modified or post-modified. The first one, or the first example, the man. So the head is man, preceded by a definite article. The black man, preceded by 2 words. definite article, the, and black, adjective. The third example, we have pre-modification concerning the young, man is always the head, with long hair, this is post-modify. To post-modify means, to post-modify a noun means to use some words after the noun. But when we say to pre-modify, before, pre means before, post means after. Number 5, adverb phrase, adp. So an adverb phrase consists of one or more words, the same. The adverb is the head of the phrase and can appear alone, or it can be modified by other words called intensifiers or pre-modifiers. And here, this adverb phrase, even if we have said one, but in most cases we find more words. This is in order to have a stable meaning, more words. But sometimes we are going to find this. When we proceed with part of speech, we are going to find this one. But for the time being, bear in mind that an adverb phrase must have more than one word, as the below examples show. So we have the underlined words, they are adverbs, and we add some pre-modifiers, intensifiers, words that come before these adverbs. Number 1, very wisely, somewhat hesitantly, quite easily, too fast, much more carefully, so beautifully, surprisingly well. So these are adverb phrases. The last one is adjective phrase, API. An adjective phrase is a group of words, all the time a group of words, that describes a noun or a pronoun. I have said before is that an adjective always has a link to a noun or a pronoun. Here are some examples. And in this case here, you must have the adjective as the head, because any phrase must have a head, that grammatical unit which is the most important element in a phrase. The examples are the following: very happy. Okay, the words which are underlined, they are adjectives, and they are preceded by, we call them pre-modifiers, or we call them intensifiers, and we are going to call them adverbs of degree. Very happy, awfully bad, too tired, extremely delighted, unbelievably difficult. So, the key point to remember, I'm going to recapitulate. A phrase is a group of words which is subjectless, which is verbless, and all the time group of words. This group of words must have the head. The head means the most important element in the phrase. You are speaking about a noun phrase, the head should be a noun. You are speaking about an adjective phrase, the head is the adjective. You are speaking about prepositional phrase, Here it must begin with a preposition. Am I clear? Okay, so something very important to mention is that we use phrases related to part of speech only in nature. You cannot tell us adjective phrase in function, noun phrase in function, no, just in nature. So the video, or this video, is over now. See you in another video. Thanks.